It's been a confusing time. Fine. Where to begin? Later? Love during wartime. I mean, I should pull up a bunch of. We could do it via. I don't know this. I've got so many different options. I've got these ones on my desktop. Fine. Let me light. Is this one? Let me don't here. Let me light these up. Actually, I've got some good footage to show you. We got cool stuff coming. So, as you may or may not know, my son is engaged to be married, or was engaged to be married, and the wedding was going to be tomorrow, right? On the Wednesday, the 25th, right? Frankly, the whole thing seemed like a bit of a nightmare. Very happy for him to get married. Lovely girl he's marrying. Very good for him, right? She's a little bit frummer than him, right? A little bit more religious. I like that about her, right? Oh, I like that about her, right? I like a lot about her. Again, she's she comes from the what's it called? The Moroccan Taimani, the Eastern. Like you have, in like Lord of the Rings, you have the strange people of the East. Like whoa, what's that? They Chinese? I don't know, right? That's what they are. They're a I mean, okay. If you trying to imagine a Taimani or Sephardi Jew, right? So it's as far as, let's say, Captain Kirk, who's Jewish, is your ordinary Ashkenazi Jew, your Eastern European Jew or Western European Jew, right? Captain Kirk, and he's a fine specimen, let me tell you. What a fine-looking Jew, right? But to imagine the Sephardi or Taimani version. Do you remember the slinky Romulan commander, right? I think it was in the Enterprise incident, who was like crazily hot and crazily clever, right? Okay, melded with a Klingon of that era. They're a much more it's like in Game of Thrones when they end up in Karth. Right, you have all this weird magic shit going on. That's what it's like, right? That's what it's like. Anyway, so I like that about it. Don't get me wrong. That obviously wasn't going to happen. He was being called up to war. He's a commander, right? And a tank commander. Like literally, he's got I think he's got a group of tanks under him. Right, and everybody seems to like him a lot because his lady love was not happy that the wedding wasn't happening. Right, her indoors was not having it. Betsy, what happened? Her indoors were not happening. Now let me tell you, my son Ruben, who got married, a bit of a also an enterprising chap, right? Honestly, there's little he couldn't do if he puts his mind to it, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a bit of a pain in the ass arsehole. Often. In fact, whenever he can be, right? But underneath, he's got this very, very sweet heart of gold. Anyway, so he wasn't her indoors wasn't happy, so somehow he arranged it to have this whole incredible wedding happen in the field. And when I say in the field, I mean literally in a field, right? It was an army camp. Okay, fine. So I didn't know what to expect whatsoever, right? It was a source of stress for me, quite frankly. I didn't quite realize how much stress until after it was over. Right, I had no idea, if we're indoors, outdoors. No, we're in MASH, right? That's what it's like. It was like an army camp with 200 people with these little tents and tanks everywhere and armored vehicles, right? It was like the if it was good. but it wasn't. Like when you saw the rebels in the sequel trilogy, right? It was like that kind of small group, right? The ragtag bunch, right? But and literally, of like they'd like dug stuff out of it. It was incredible, and they made the wedding there, and man, it was beautiful. And like how he had it sponsored, I don't know, but we got incredible pictures. I just got those sent to me as well. Right, here, I'll pull these up. But it's the wildest story because I wasn't able to tell anybody about it at all. Here we go. This is the best picture, I think. My favorite picture, snapped by my daughter. It captures the moment, right? Like you get the feeling. Oh, look, we're in an army camp. like and as we're leaving, by the way, the tanks were getting up, moving around. Like it was like, they're breaking this up because okay. So here's the thing. Here's the deal. Very few people were allowed. We weren't allowed to talk about it on any digital media, right? And it's limitedly just verbally, right? But it was like a military operation. We're given like a GPS location to go to, right? And we're going there. It's like the border in north, the Lebanese hills, right? And you see plumes of smoke. Like, fuck me. We're driving to a what? Huh? I'm like, you do know the world's about to end, mate. It looks like it's starting there. Where we're going? Who'd have thought? Anyway. So so we get the location, and like we have all this stuff with us. Like my son said, you should bring a chair. We probably won't have a chair. You're like, smart move. So this kid thinks of everything. Very impressive, right? So you should bring a chair, and thank God I did. And there's like real army camp. Like this isn't like a pretend. This is like, holy shit. We've been deployed, and the first thing happens is, they take us there, obviously, and all the soldiers like, there's lots of the Jewish singing going on, like, right? Everybody, it's huge, right? They made the wedding canopy there, it was just like here, you can see in the background here, this tank has flowers in it. Right? It's so surreal. It's so surreal. But man, here, let me show you. I'm showing you my home movies, but I feel here's the thing. I feel my home movies are showing you history happen, right? I really do. I think this is history happening. Wait, look, history's always followed me around. It's so weird. When I lived just after I lived in Miami-Dade County, Miami-Dade County was the center for the hanging chads, right? Remember those hanging chads of ill repute? Anyway, so the army had like a press corps there, and they threw together this like 3-minute clip. Okay, this is what I mean about them being on the more eastern side, right? They're like, oh, what's going on? Us Western Europeans were like, oh, good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon. So what happens is the bride has a special chair that they sits in, and the groom comes in. It's the first time they've seen each other in a week, right? And he puts the veil over the bride, make sure it's the right one. But we had that trouble with Rachel and Leah. So, but it's called the Kisei Hakal, the chair of the bride, the throne of the bride, right? And people come and dance around it. Well, look, you see, it's in an army camp. And man, it was so freaking hot. By the way, That bloke there is Jason Momoa. It looked freaking identical to Jason Momoa, right? He juggles later. I was like, that dude is Jason Momoa. How cool of him to come to my kid's wedding. I'm not that bloke. You'll see the bloke in a minute. The bloke in the background is my local rabbi, right? And like, this is like the one. He's never done a wartime wedding before. I mean, truth is, they raised, the food was fantastic. Everything they did was fantastic. It was the best wedding I've ever been to, and I might be a bit biased, right? It was genuinely the best wedding I've ever been to, and it was so bizarre because, like, it was, yeah, everything that you normally have in a wedding was gone, like the hall, the elegant dress, like everything, and now you got this like, you're in a field. You see, you're in a freaking field in a war zone. First thing happens when you get there, by the way, they give you a briefing on what to do if there's a red alert. And he said, "Oh no, you just jump on the ground and you lay down like that." I'm like, really? Is that after I run around and shit myself? Right? Because I will be doing a lot of that, mate. I will be doing a lot of that. I transfer my transform my pants into a temporary latrine. Yeah, but you see, like, I think it was good for the the soldiers. They got to have like a bit of a shindig, but it was good for everyone. There you go. That's Jason Momoa. Like, who'd have thought it? Jason Momoa comes to my kid's wedding, and with Jason Statham. Blimey, I didn't notice that. Okay. Are they filming the what's it called again? Not the Unfuckables. Who is it? The I can't remember. What's the name of that thing with Stallone? I can't remember. Normally, right now, I'm cowering in anywhere in shade. It is hot, like you wouldn't bloody believe. Like, we're all schwitzing. But again, and these are like hard army, they are, but like hard in-service army. This is the Milowimniks. These are the call-ups, right? These are all people who've had real lives for the last 5 to 10 years. I mean, look, they look like they're about to raid in Tebby. Zoom forward. God, they didn't get any of me dancing. I did one circle and I thought I was going to die. Rabbi really got down. It was crazy. Right, now we're at the wedding. Okay, this we go. Fuck, don't let me fall. Okay, I don't want to fall over and fuck this up. I was like, that guy's apparently relatively famous. I'm literally looking like I'm about to take a shit. Okay, because I'm like, I just don't want to fall. That will be really bad. I don't want to fall over and shit myself. That might detract from the moment, right? And cause, some kind of like attack from Hezbollah. I don't know. Maybe it's a signal that they've been waiting for. I don't know. But he does look a little bit. Take him to Kong. You see, look, this is the wedding canopy, the chuppah they made. It looks like out broomsticks to me. They made it look all pretty. This is the funny thing. Yeah, so if you ever been to a Jewish wedding, it's like lots of legal shit. Okay, you got to read the wedding contract and you sing and dance in between each bit. That's just the beginning part, right? It goes on for ages, right? So, by the way, I love he's got that bit of a Millowin belly going on there, my son. That's my brother. That's his brother doing one of the blessings.
Song.
So the confetti was actually shot out of a grenade launcher. I'm not joking. I'll try and find a picture of it for you. It was literally shot out of a grenade launcher, right? And the tank behind also then exploded, and it's this camouflage thing they do. Explodes with like white smoke and as he steps on the glass. Right, so that was my day yesterday. It was a bit wild, mate. It was a bit wild, let me tell you. The strange thing is this, right? This is them the next day. They're both in uniform. They're both back in active duty. He's finally back in the field, right? He'll supposed to be back in the field, like I don't know, at 12 today, right? The plan was my wife was going to go and pick them up and drop him back at the field, literally the field, and take our new daughter-in-law back home. By the way, the thing she's wearing on her head now is like religious women. They cover their hair in different ways once they're married, right? But so then I was like, oh, I really want to do a live stream and talk about this, right? I want to go because I just think it was insanely cool, right? It was insanely cool. This is them later that day. So I don't know what happened, right? But then he didn't have to go back, so they ended up napping at a friend's apartment, right? And our other friends had wanted to make a dinner for us, right? To like celebrate because we weren't allowed to tell anyone. It was a nightmare, right? I'm not joking. It was a freaking nightmare. The stress. It was a nightmare. Yeah. It was a living hell. Absolutely living hell. This is what I do for the war effort, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I do for the war effort. Anyway, so for some reason they end up in an apartment. He ended up sleeping at it, and they didn't want to wake him up, and so they canceled the dinner. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do a bloody stream then. I wanted to do a stream to start with. Oy vey. So yeah, that's what's going on. But I don't know anything else that's been happening. Right? I know little of what's been going down. It seems more of the same, frankly. It seems like just chess pieces slowly being moved into place to the apocalypse, right? My analogy of Game of Thrones is, I think, frighteningly accurate, right? What the realism has of it, like how it really works. It's the Red Wedding. If you've never seen Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding was inevitable from the first moment of the first book, right? So essentially, I'll do it as quickly as possible. The the Red Wedding. So the Red Wedding was a big seminal part in the Game of Thrones series, where basically all your heroes get killed. It's brutally and horribly, and the bad guys win, or seemingly, right? So the story starts off. You got the king. King wants his best mate to come and be essentially the prime minister, the hand of the king, right? He's a very honourable northern bloke, right? So he does that, and he has to move down south into the political machinations. And whilst he's there, he finds out the king's kids are illegitimate. They are the incestuous bastard offspring. The incestuous bastard or incestuous offspring of his wife and her brother, right? And that's the reason the former hand of the king got killed, because he found out about that. So once he knows that, it's inevitable that he's going to mount some kind of challenge to these children, because that's the only honourable thing he can do. At the same time, the king gets killed, and forces go down, and obviously it's inevitable he loses the war, because he doesn't understand the political machinations that run, the politics that run it. He's like a warrior, right? So the son now who becomes the king is a psychopath, and it's kind of inevitable he would end up being a psycho, right? So instead of like sending away to exile the northern guy, he executes him, because he's a psycho, like, who gets off on murder and power. So it's inevitable that this northern lord, his family, is going to call their banners and go to war, right? So and they win most of the battles, right? But it's it's inevitable, however, that one of the sub-lords, one of the lieutenants of this northern lord, will do some kind of war crime, which they do. Quite understandable, but it's inevitable because he's so honourable. He executes them, so that makes it inevitable that he's going to be betrayed by this the one of his other lieutenants, who knows he's ultimately going to be on the losing side, the same reason his father was on the losing side, which led to the Red Wedding. It was inevitable, right? So that's where I feel like we're in history, right? I just feel. I said this was coming on a theological level, right? Now it's obviously coming on a very practical level. Right, but on a theological level, yes, this was, I've been banging on about this for quite some time, right? This is the end of the day. So I have no idea of timeline, but don't you all just assume this is all going to go south? Is there any way whatsoever that we don't get into World War III? Is there any off ramp? And I don't think there is, right? Even with the best will in the world, I just don't think there is, right? I think it's like Game of Thrones. It's inevitable, right? It's really genuinely inevitable. So yeah, so so again, my head's been in this wedding, but let's go. We could go look at the news. Right, let's say, well, what website would I go to? Go to Post Millennial. See if they say anything. Post Millennial. There you go. It just seems like things are getting crazy. American Jews arm themselves after increasing Israel demonstrations in the US. Yeah, that's going to get worse. That is going to get worse. Oh man, Owen Schroyer ordered to prison tomorrow. Yeah, at the same time, the crackdown's really coming. Right, like they are going to do some kind of thing to Trump, right? Fine. Let me see. Hang on. There's nothing really to look at. Let me look at the twit. Let me go do, was it Jack Cossabeck? Yeah, well, I'll share it with you, right? Because again, I've been really out in the news, for quite some time. Like my head's really just been in the being the news rather than being out in the news. So we could. Oh god, I'm going to look at Owen Jones now. I'll shoot myself. We'll look at Jack Pazabek, right? So I get the feeling that the war's not rescinding, but there are other things. People like there's interest fatigue, right? What's this? Bosnia. Struggle sessions and gulags are here now. Ex-Trump attorney Jenna Ellis pleads guilty in there. So what's this? It's clearly political when people who are facing 20 years in prison for felonies can plead down to $6,000 fine and a community service. I have no idea what any of this is about. I have to look into it. No, okay, there's nothing really going on there. Like, this is why I like his timeline. Adult star can't leave her home after aggressive locals keep shouting, "Hey, only fans." Well, time to move, darling. I don't know. I hope you're earning enough to. I'm sure you are. I know so many women doing OnlyFans now, but it's got to be as con, right? Because if as many people were doing it as they really were doing it, the reporter was wearing a helmet and flak jacket. The cameraman is wearing a light shirt and baseball cap. How the media do it, Gaza in background. It is true, isn't it? Oh man, that's really funny. That is really funny. Republicans, Democrats, yeah, I guess so. But it just seems like things are going south relatively quickly. Is this the I think this is a deep fake. Have you seen this? Is actually quite clever. Here, one second, I'll download this for you. It's funny, so it's worth watching just for that. Hang on. Yeah. That again. Doink. Here it comes. I'm giggling just watching this. Greta is grating. Greta is very grating. Here we go. Share screen. Video file.
Is always bad, specifically for the planet. If we want to continue like environmentally conscious humans, we must make the change to sustainable tanks and weaponry. There are so many new concepts for battery-powered fighter.
I mean, this is a deep fake and a goof, okay? Just let you know. It is.
Jets that can carry many more missiles, biodegradable missiles, of course. Something literally everybody can do to stop this nonsense is, for example, block the roads to gardens and farms so the plants don't get overrun by these heavy tanks. Hand grenades, very important. If you...
the thing that's so disturbing is how eerily realistic it is, right? It is very realistic. Because, I mean, like, she says stupider things, in all fairness, right? I mean, she's not known for not being a moron.
Use hand grenades. Please use vegan grenades. No animal should have to give their life for all this mayhem and chaos. They have a special sticker on them. You really can't miss them in the grenade market or wherever you buy them.
I'm saying, this person nodding is the problem, not the crazy girl, right? Do you remember see Freaking Roy, right? The Vegas magicians, they had the tigers, right? They would ride around on unicycles with party hats on. Then one day, one tiger suddenly became sane and ate someone on stage. Like ate Roy or something. I don't know. Did something. No, Roy, no. Anyway, so Everybody said that tiger went crazy. No, he went sane. Tigers are supposed to eat you, not ride around on unicycles. So same thing with her. like it's just so believable because this is normal for Greta.
Really can't miss them in the grenade market or wherever you buy.
Oh, sorry. I was just pointing out the person though. The problem is the woman nodding. Don't
Grenade market
encourage
or
this.
wherever you buy them. Yeah, I cover all of this and more in my newest book, Vegan Wars.
I ordered Willy magazine.
Sneak link.
Peace in the Middle East. I think we can all agree with that. I think we can all agree in that. And there's also this, which is very funny. Then we will get to the chat. 1 second. Nutshell. Going. This is the war in a nutshell, right? It really is so succinctly and well easily explained.
Pronouns are they, them. What are yours? I care about the Palestinian people. The Palestinian people? Oh, our human shields. Cool. Wait, what? We use the people in Gaza to protect ourselves while we try and kill as many Jews as possible. Yeah, but you don't actually kill Jews, do you? Yes, we're a terrorist organization. That's kind of all we do. No, you're a resistance movement. Sure, yeah. God, our PR is amazing. Do you actually kill babies? Oh, yeah. But not just babies. We hate Jews, women in power, gay people. Oh, don't get me started on gay people. But I'm gay. Yeah, we know. You're next. Luckily for us, you're helping us spread our propaganda online while we kill both the Jewish people and the people in the Gaza Strip. Classic. And it's all because we made ourselves look like a resistance movement. Morons. But I donated money to the Free Palestine movement. Free Palestine from who? From you guys. Yeah, we don't occupy Gaza. Yeah, they haven't since 2005. Then why are Hamas firing at you? Oh, because we hate Jewish people. What they said. So where does the money go? Oh, we take it to build more weapons. And then the rest goes to the people in Gaza. No. But Mia Khalifa said... Oh, we would kill her if she stepped into Gaza. Wait, is it possible that I was naive and believed the lies of a terrorist organization and spread misinformation online? When actually Israel is trying to protect its people and the innocent civilians in the Gaza Strip? Yes, that's what we've been saying since day one. That actually makes more sense. Yeah. Okay, if you don't mind, I'm gonna kill both of you now. Surprise!
That's perfect. Yes, that's exactly the West and the Israel-Gaza conflict. That's it. Exactly the West and the Israel-Gaza conflict in a nutshell. Absolutely, 100%. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.